Hi guys. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, when you guys get in, can you give the video a thumbs up, please? Hold on. Please, and thanks. Okay, let me give people about if you want to know what I'm drinking a sparkling water spiked with a lime. So I'm going to give people time to get in here, but I'm ready. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm trying to fix my brow because I feel like I messed it up. Okay. Isn't it superior? Oh my God, I love it. So, hold on. I need to get back on my Instagram real quick. You guys, I'm being tempted. Oh my God. I am being tempted. You guys, tomorrow I will be 1 year abstinency. Okay, and I'm being tempted. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I am being tempted. Thick brows. I mean, they're kind of natural. I mean, you see the hair, but not really. Thank you. Oh my God, why y'all gotta be so mean? That's not mean. That's not mean. Somebody say no D for Yoni. Hashtag. Don't hashtag that. We're not trying to make that a thing, but we kind of are. Okay. I had to take my power back. So cheers to that. Okay. I've been getting massages and all type of stuff. Not happy ending type of massages. I just get the deep deep bone tissue massages. They've been helping me get through it. Okay. I don't know who need to hear that, but yeah, it helps me get through it to make it another day. Because that's what all it's about. It's about making it another day. And if I have a membership. Okay, that's how serious it is. I have a membership. I go once a week. I mean, not once a week. I go once a month. Okay. My membership is with Massage Indie. I think I was about to say Massage Heights. You guys, I baked a keto brownie. Okay. I got some candles. I'm going to light them and I'm going to make a wish. Tonight at 11:11, because y'all know I'm intentional. I'm not going to tell you what my wish is going to be, but I'm going to make a wish and I'm going to put 365 days on this brownie keto that I've made, and I'm going to make a wish and blow it out. Okay. Yes, Massage Envy is amazing. Okay. So we're about, 3 minutes in or 4 minutes in. Let's go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to assume that people will just get in and, start chiming in when they want to. Where are the mods? Are there any mods in here? If you are in here, do your thing, sis. Okay? Do your thing. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Why did I not? Okay. Oh, no, not that one. Okay. So let me go see what this one was titled because I forgot. I just downloaded the video and edited it out like I normally do. But let me see. What did Blue Therapy title this? I forgot. Oh yeah, that was good. Okay, that one. Mm-hmm. This is getting juicy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the recent episode is what is your issue with other women? I think that's what it's called. Is that the one I'm reacting to, y'all? Yeah. It's called What is Your Issue with Me and Women? Okay. Feel like there's some gaslighting with that title alone, but let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. I'm not trying to get copyright, so let me just make this bigger. There we go. Okay, let's get started.
After our last session in therapy, Chioma hasn't come back home. I have no idea what that's about. That's not normal to me. But obviously, I'll blame the therapy because, as I knew, this whole therapy thing was full of crap anyway. But at the same time, coming here today, I'm here alone. But I do hope that she turns up. We'll just have to see.
Oh, so she didn't even come home.
Since the last session, I went home, and on our way home, I don't think there was no remorse from Paul. And I kind of just deeped that he doesn't rate me. I don't really feel like there's love there. So why am I actually fighting for this relationship? And I'm doing it alone. So yeah, I went home, I packed up my stuff, and I went to my sister's. I just didn't feel like I needed to be in the same space with him.
You had a good week?
Yeah, funny.
Is that a trick question?
Not at all. I'm just wondering how your week's been.
Okay. How do you think?
Presumably, the successful man that I met last week had a very successful
really
week.
good.
Hi.
She's late. You can tell she feels defeated.
Hi. Sorry about that.
I'm saying hi to you.
Hi.
Okay, did you manage to fill in the little questionnaires I gave you to go home with, the homework I gave you last week?
Oh, goodness.
I did, yeah.
And what about you, Paul?
I did.
Great.
Isn't she classy? Chopper is so classy.
Angst between the two of you.
Because she want to have an attitude.
Did you spend any time together last week, working on what we were talking about? Sorry. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. You have spent time together over the last week.
I've been at my sister's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what was the reason for that?
To be honest, I just feel like maybe the last session didn't go as I wanted it to. Paul was giving me bad vibes, and there's just a few things that I think I've kind of reached my breaking point, We're here for a reason, and if this doesn't work, then I have nothing else to kind of fall back on. So for me, it was I couldn't go back home now.
Okay.
I want to pause it right there. Put a raise hand emoji in the comment section. Do you feel like during this time of separation, Paul put in any effort to contact her, to see her, to fight for her? Do you feel like he did, or do you feel like he just let her go, didn't communicate? Just give me a show of hands. Okay. Because I wanted to point that out. I bet you he ain't reached out. He ain't tried to do nothing. He probably happy she was gone. He was probably entertaining some of his clients. But let's see. And
how did that make you feel, Paul?
Well, to be fair, I feel like it was her idea to come here. When I'm upset, she complains that I storm off and have a tantrum, throw my toys out the pram, if you like. But that's kind of what she just done.
Okay.
what?
I didn't do that. I mean, I didn't storm off. I don't remember, but I don't think I stormed off.
Okay, so what actually happened when you
Come
left
home.
here?
She didn't come home. That's what happened.
Okay.
I needed peace. I think sometimes I would rather choose peace over war, I still came today, so, it says a lot, doesn't it?
War. So that's a strong word,
Interesting, actually. Why did you use the word war?
It's a constant battle at home, isn't it? For me, he doesn't, if I put it simply, he doesn't listen. So if I'm complaining about something and he's not listening.
Okay, so we're going back to that. Are you both on the same page?
I would like to move forward, but clearly Paul doesn't want to.
Do you want to move forward, Paul?
Of course, I got here before you. I think I want to move forward more than you do. I got here first. I definitely...
He can't be serious. Okay, I want to say this because there was a comment in the comment section that I saw. There was a woman that said, Paul doesn't feel like she's going nowhere. And I wanted to chime in on that. When a man feels like you're not going anywhere, he will not fight for you. That's why women who stay and they don't leave, they stay, okay? And change never happens. It's because you stayed, okay? If you left, he would have to make those changes in order to get you back. So a man that's dealing with a woman that stays and knows that he will always be there, or you will always be there, the woman will always be there, he won't fight for you. And he's not going to change his ways. If anything, you're enabling him by staying. So I feel like the reason why he sits here so confidently is because he does have like this chip on his shoulder. Men can sense when a woman just refuses to ever leave. This is why I don't like name tattoos. Because if you get a name tattoo, you're going to think twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times to stay. You're not going to leave because you got this man tatted on you. And you know how that goes. That's why I'm not big on name tattoos. It don't have nothing to do with being a conservative. It has everything to do with you're sending a major sign, okay, to people, the man that you're in a relationship with, when you get that tattoo name, that you're not going anywhere. So he's not going to work to keep you when you do that. So think twice about that name tattoo. Think twice about it, because a man, you get that name tattoo on you and he starts to switch up and everything like that. Then the next thing you know, he feel like he don't got to work to keep you. And you don't ever want to be in a relationship with a man that feels like he don't got to work to keep you, because they treat you any type of way when you are that woman. So be careful with that.
Need an apology from Chioma, because at the end of the day, she hasn't been home. She's not responding to the messages, not responding to the calls, but she's posting on social media. It's a very, very big disrespect, and I need a very big apology because she's taking the piss.
Why don't we find out how the exercise went that I sent you home with? So in answer to the question, what is it, the 5 things that you have done for each other over recent weeks?
You can go first.
Ladies first.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
Ladies first.
I don't mind which one of you goes first.
That's not, I'm a gentleman. Ladies first.
I'm telling you to go first.
Oh my goodness.
Would you recommend that she should tell me what to do, or should we?
So you're doing this again?
No. I'm just asking. Because obviously you haven't been home in a week. You haven't really said what's going on. You haven't apologized. So...
Okay. So what was it again?
To the 5 things that you appreciate about each other.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the fact that Paul is my protector. He's also a good provider and a good leader. He is family orientated.
He is?
He has his head screwed on, of course. And he can be occasionally, let's just say when we started dating, he was very caring and loving. And I love that about him.
He loves
I love that he can be like that. I don't really understand what's changed, but he can be such a lovely person. And like, I know this isn't him. So
Ooh.
I'm trying to fight for the Paul I once knew, the Paul I love. I don't want to just give up.
Okay, and Paul? 5 things you
Wait.
appreciate.
Before we get into him, listen, ladies, you got to be careful of these men that love bomb you in the beginning. Okay, they be on their best behavior. They laying out the red carpet. They doing all of just the extras, right? And then once they get you, and then they know you're not going nowhere because you have made it known that you will always be there, which that is the worst thing you could ever do. He switches up. So he love bombed her. He love bombed her. And now she's like, I don't even know who this man is. Jessica Harris, thank you for the $20. I love your channel. I have said it before, but I think you are a better journalist than most journalists from Australia. Thank you. That is so sweet. Okay. That's why you should never tell a man that you will always be there. Okay. Your love, it can be unconditional from a distance. Okay. You don't have to be there and your love be conditional. Okay. Unconditional. You can give love unconditionally from a distance, and your love that you give, it comes with boundaries. And if he crosses those boundaries, okay, you can leave. You do not have to stay. The only reason why he feels so comfortable and confident to act the way that he's acting is because he feels that she's not going nowhere, that she will always be there. And basically, the dynamic of their relationship is that he's the prize. He is the prize. So your love can be unconditional, but don't mean you got to physically be there. It can be from a distance. So my love is unconditional. It's from a distance at times if I feel like boundaries are being crossed.
Okay. I could name a million, right? But, to answer your question, I feel like Chioma she's like a best friend to me. When we first started dating,
it's gonna be all about what she endured
together. Like we used to finish each other's sentences. Do you understand? And apart from that, one of the reasons which she's actually mentioned why I fell in love with her is food. Like, obviously, no, I don't, because my diet's changed, fair enough. But at the same time, in terms of like on a day that I would want a cheat meal, or in terms of food tasting nice, my girlfriend, best, hands down, right?
But ain't that the same reason he was giving her a hard time?
She's very considerate. She's very loving. She's very driven. She's very passionate. And I feel like, she motivates me. Like,
what did I tell y'all? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What did I say? I said it's going to be all about what she has endured or what she has done for him. That is not love. Oh my goodness. Love is not about what a person endures or what you can do for them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And that is how Black men feel love is collectively. I hate to say it. I don't care where you are in the world. Okay. They base love off of enduring and what you can do for them. It's all about enduring and what you can do for them. And somewhere in between, it's about sacrifice. It's about sacrifice. Basically, he wouldn't love her if she wasn't doing things for him or going out of her way to do those things, or if she wasn't enduring. And you know where they get that from? Collectively, Black men get that from their mothers, right? Because they feel like the only way love was truly demonstrated to them was by sacrifice and enduring. They watch their mom. So in some of them, it's not even about single mothers. So don't even pull that. It ain't even about single mothers. It's not, because there were women in marriages, mommy and daddy was in the home, and women were still sacrificing, enduring, and going out of their way to do certain things that involved them to sacrifice. And that was how they were valued, cherished. It's sick. So don't pull that single mother card, because it ain't about single moms. I've seen women in marriages who endured, sacrifice, would literally take the shirt off their back, right? And that's how they were seen to be valuable and loved, unfortunately, within the Black community. It's all about suffering with these men. So it's a no for me. Hey, Brittany, thank you for the $9.99. You just gave me the reminder I needed to not always be there and to set and stick to my boundaries. I have to stay, okay? Let these men know, okay? You replaceable. So don't get comfortable. They always be talking about how we get comfortable, how we pick up a little weight and things like that. Okay, you don't need to get comfortable either. Okay, sometimes these men get so comfortable they feel like you never gonna leave. If I love a person, I'ma always love that person. Okay, but don't mean I gotta be there. Okay, I can love you from a distance. See you when I see you. But yeah, like this is all his love for her is enduring, sacrificing, and all about what he can do, what she can do for him. That's it. That is it. I haven't heard anything where he's like, I love her smile. You know, when I met her, I wasn't in the best place, and she uplifted me in a spiritual manner where it didn't involve any physical endurance or anything. Like, it's just no, no, nope. This is about their love. His love for her is about sacrifice, and she's sitting there thinking that that's a compliment, and it's not.
Trust me.
Okay, well, let's not ruin it. Go on.
She's my love. She's my love. I'm not gonna lie, and I do see a future with Chioma. I plan to take things to the next level because I see that potential in her. Like, she tries for me. She's been there. She's riding for me. I definitely feel like.
What did I say?
I can make this work.
Well, it seems like the homework worked from that question. How did you
She's
get
riding
on with
for me.
what has you done for each other lately?
Well, I mean, I haven't been home. So, aside from that, like he said, I do run in baths and give him massages and stuff and, you know, help if he needs work done. Yeah.
Oh my God. This is pathetic.
No more?
He ain't done nothing.
Lately.
As in, you know, it doesn't have to be last week. It can be over the last month.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Paul?
Sure. So, you know, if I could go back to the couples review that we have every 28 days, literally I make sure that all of her goals and targets, I face them head on. So sometimes if she hasn't followed up on certain phone calls in terms of business that she's trying to chase, I'll be there, you know, babe, have you done this? Okay, can I make this call for you?
Are you her daddy?
And, sometimes when she has shortfalls with some things that she's trying to pursue, whether it be business-wise, career-wise, I'm there to kind of say, okay, look, if that lane doesn't work, let me call someone I know, or let me try to.
He cannot be serious right now.
In my way, in order. Is that a train?
I disagree with that a little bit.
Sorry?
I disagree with that a little bit.
Okay. So what do you disagree with?
Because I feel like, not to take it back to the negativity, but I mean, we are here to kind of air out issues, isn't it?
Where's the romance?
As though, with regards to work, if I'm doing something, as much as he is supportive, there's a current situation where I feel like you're being very unsupportive and he's kind of being an enemy of progress, if that makes sense. So I'm running a business, for example. I'm actually starting a company, a business, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. Let me stop it right there, y'all. I gotta stop it right there. Where's the love? Where's the romance? Y'all, first of all, y'all not having sex. Y'all not connecting on that level at all. And I told y'all, when you have sex with your significant other, okay, sex is not bad. Sex is only bad when people make it bad, okay? But sex is like putting your phone and plugging it into a charger, okay? You're charging the relationship. You're charging the connection that you have with each other. That's what sex is for in a marriage or in a relationship, okay? It's to recharge connection. So if y'all not having sex, there's no romance, everything is business. What are we doing? Why are we in this relationship? I don't get it. This is ridiculous. Where's the romance? I can't be in no relationship without romance. That there's no, you know what I'm hearing? There's no emotional connection anywhere in their relationship. Like there's no emotional security, no emotional connection. There's nothing. This relationship is dead. It's dead. And this is probably why they're in therapy, because it's like, oh my gosh, everything is about business, sacrifice, enduring. This is ridiculous.
Is this a new business?
Yes, it is. And I've got someone doing my website, and he's doing a fantastic job. We're halfway through. I've paid him fully, no refunds. And Paul liked it at first. And obviously now that he knows the guy, he no longer likes the work, and he kind of wants
Control
me
freak,
to stop working with him
narcissistic tendencies.
with no explanation.
What is the reason that you're not happy now?
Yeah, I've had a look at the site. This is my field, by the way. Personally, I feel like right now I make the best, right? Initially, Chom and I did have a discussion about her business, what she wants to do.
This is weird as hell. This is strange to me because we were good before, and all of a sudden now you have an issue with the person I want to work with, the person creating my website, the person that's going to help me put my business out there. Yeah, no, for me, I don't understand. We haven't had a discussion. He really doesn't want to tell me what the problem is. So I'm not going to just stop working with this guy. You have to get over it.
You know, I've worked with, you know, a number of different influencers, people that she knows, people that she doesn't know. And we've had successful outcomes, which is why, you know, she's spoken to me about her business.
This is sad.
Now, the only thing is, at the time when she approached me to deal with it, she wasn't fully prepared. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you want a website done, you can't really just work based off an idea. You need the content, you need the pictures, you need
I feel like we running off on a tangent here. Jennifer, thank you for the $3, sis. I don't know why she's still here. That is a great question. Okay, that's why I feel like their relationship dynamic is that he's the prize, and she's just here trying to prove herself. And it's a narcissistic style relationship. It just so happens the narc in this relationship is him. It's a man. So it's a mess. And they done went off on a tangent. This was about what have we done for one another, and why are we sitting here talking about business? Where is the romance? Y'all not business partners. Y'all are a man and a woman in a relationship. What are we doing? Queen 4C, thank you for the $1.99. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, sis. This is ridiculous.
the framework.
Which you could have helped me with.
No, 100%. But at the same time, that's something that you'd have to ask for. So you can't really ask for number 5 if you need number 1, 2, 3, 4. If you said, babe, can you help me with the idea? Can you help me with the photos? I've got connections with a lot of people that do all of these things. So I feel like I could definitely help Chioma in this way better than the person that's currently helping her.
You're saying that now because you don't want me to work with this person. So I have spoken to Paul about it. I've asked for help many, many times. I don't know if he thought I wasn't serious, but it was only until I went out to find someone myself and found this fantastic guy. I have no complaints whatsoever. Yes, Paul does websites, but he's never offered once to help me.
At the end of the day, Chioma knows what I do in terms of my IT business. It's well established. I have a good number of very decent high net worth clients, and my work is quite professional. So for her to kind of go to another person, it kind of doesn't really make sense to me. Like, you have a whole partner in the house that's willing to do the most for you, but you're then going to another person. There's no excuse you can give me. You fucked up.
And what was the...
I want to say this. It's only among the Black collective of men where they want us to build with them. we literally we're watching a man that's like, what do you bring to the table? That's why he's so hands-on about it. Like, otherwise, if she wanted to do her own business and she wanted to do her own thing and he wasn't depending on her to bring something to the table, he wouldn't care. He would not care. These men are always looking for a sucker, and I say a sucker, to help them build. These other men are not looking for nobody to lean on to help build. They're getting it for themselves. So this is why when it comes to Black love, I hate to say it, but it's struggle because It's dysfunctional. How we can't have a business and a relationship. I don't mix business and relationship. I don't like the idea. I feel like it really takes away from the connection when you try to turn it into personal and business. And we speak on the connection that you guys have when you guys, first met. So I'm just not a big fan of mixing business and personal. I just don't believe in that. I see a lot of YouTube couples that are married that, they're starting podcasts and everything like that. I don't feel like I will ever be that woman. Like, I would want my man to have his own thing, his own brand, his own business, and I would have mine. I don't want them to merge. I don't want them to align at all. So I don't want that. And this is why. They sitting up here, they're supposed to be working on their relationship and they're talking about business. I don't know. And there are plenty of relationships that we see online today that have this type of relationship dynamic, sadly. A lot of influencers, social media influencers, YouTubers, Instagrammers, just people who put on for the internet, this is what they be talking about. These are the conversations that they have. Okay? And you're not missing out on nothing.
Reason that you think that he's not happy with this particular person?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea because we both like the work. Well, we liked it at first. Now Paul doesn't like it. He thinks he can do a better job. I'm quite happy we're not working together because I feel like it will cause conflict in our relationship.
Fact.
So I'm good on this side. But he has tantrums almost every day with regards to me working with this guy.
Do you
Control
have
freak.
a particular issue with the person, or is it just what you've just explained?
At the end of the day, from a professional standpoint, the work is of a decent standard, I'd say. However, the person doing the work isn't actually that professional.
To who? I'm working with him. He's very professional. He's never like I'm
isn't
in a
that
professional
in what way?
And my work is fantastic.
Okay.
So
She asked me the question, can I?
But you don't work. How would you know him?
She asked me the question, can I answer the question?
No, but you're answering the question. Ideally, should be posed at me because I know this guy.
She asked me the question, so can I answer the question?
Okay.
This is a mess,
Am I right?
I did ask Paul whether he had a
Paul does not know
particular
this
issue.
guy. According to me, do you know him? You know him? How do you know him?
I don't know. You don't worry about that. But the point I'm trying to get to from a professional perspective, okay? Look, at the end of the day, if I asked you for advice about makeup, I'd kind of take your advice.
Okay, but I would always explain why I'm giving you a specific advice.
I'll take your advice.
No, that is the point because
I'm
I'm
experienced and you have the network expertise.
So in other words, you tell me what to do and I just do it.
If I have,
I want to say this to the men that are on here watching, okay? It's only control when you don't explain because it comes across as if you're a dictator and you're not, okay? You're not. Especially if you don't have no kingdom, okay? Now, Paul don't have no kingdom, so his little dictatorship, when he's requiring this woman to build with him in this way, you don't get to dictate what she should and should not do, okay? Because if you were a man and you had a kingdom, you wouldn't have to dictate her in this way when it comes to what she's doing to help you build. So dictatorship, I don't agree with this. Like, I don't agree with this at all. And that's what he's basically saying. I want you to do what I say while you help me build, okay? And that's it. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me any questions. Just do what I say, okay? And it's funny to me because it's just like this just explains the thought process of Black men today. They want to be bosses, but they don't want to have the responsibilities of one. They want to be kings, but they don't want to take on the responsibilities of a king. A king should not have to dictate to his woman, okay, what she should be doing with her business in order to help him build. A king has a kingdom already built for her to stay in. So it just don't make no sense to me. Like, this is stupid. He's very entitled over something that he shouldn't even be entitled over, in my opinion. Like, it's weird. I get control freak vibes. And if he felt so strongly about it, maybe she shouldn't have to help you build in this way. Maybe she shouldn't have to work since she feels so bothered by it. Maybe you shouldn't be so controlling. Because if you feel some type of way about it, I wouldn't have my woman out here in these streets working. That's how, if you really feel so strongly about it, you feel that strongly about it, you want that type of control, you want that type of responsibility, why is she working? I don't get it. Like, come on. You can't have it both ways. You want her out here working and building and helping you build, but then you want to dictate everything that she does. Like, come on.
Have the experience and the expertise, it kind of makes sense.
No, I'm sorry, that doesn't run with me. You want to do something, explain it properly. As far as I'm concerned, you're probably jealous of the work that he's doing, or you don't want me to finish off this business.
I would love for you to finish the business.
Then who's going to do my website?
Wait. However,
this is why I don't want to build with no man. Like, they get jealous.
Do you think that this could be something to do with you both having different views on life in particular?
There's like a group of black girls.
Person. Honestly, I'm tired of this shit. I'm so sorry.
There's like a group of black girls that just walk by. I love black women. Okay, y'all my fave. They walking by the pool. They like, hey girl, how are you doing? Like, just walking by right now, and I'm like, are they waving at me? Oh my God, they're really waving at me. They see my ring light. Okay, let's really get into this. Let me get back to it. My bad, y'all.
Okay, do you know what? Okay, let's do it like this. All right. Now with this guy, right? I've never mentioned this before, but look, we're here now. There's a lot happening. I think it kind of makes sense. So literally, this guy was a best friend to my ex. Right? Best friend, by the way. So he was playing, Mr. Nice Guy. Hey, I'll pick you up. I'll drop you off. I'll do this for you. Just as a friend. But then it turns out that once my ex and I have broken up, he was actually...
What?
Seeing her.
Oh, right.
After, by the way. So, if this same guy is then trying to follow my tracks and trying to keep up, I don't think I'd want to see a deja vu anytime.
That's a sad story. Thing is, I feel like it says a lot about your ex than it does the guy.
Right.
Yeah, so don't compare me.
So you want to defend him?
I'm not defending. I don't know him like that. What I'm trying to say is, if that's what you've been hiding from me, it's too late now, babe. We're past halfway. I've fully paid him, so that means he has to stay on. If you said this at the beginning, fair enough.
Right.
He's gotten his money. We're halfway through. He understands my vision. I'm sorry. It's late now. If that's the reason, you should have told me before.
And you didn't tell her?
This time you knew who was making my website. You didn't want to let me know. You didn't want to bring me in on how you know. Anyway, I don't give a shit. I don't give two fucks because that's his insecurity. He's kind of imposing that on me right now. You didn't want to tell me before, so kind of keep it, deal with it, because it's too late. At the end of the day, like, I've paid this guy. He has my money and he's going to make my website. This guy probably has a crush on you, like he's following you and your girls, but I would never step out on you. He's been professional with me, and that's how I'm going to keep it. Because that's ridiculous. Imagine that. You're just telling me now.
Right, that's crazy.
It's pointless telling her, basically, as you can see.
But as a result of what he's just said,
I'm not changing.
Can you understand that he may feel a bit uncomfortable?
I can now, but it's too late. He could have expressed that before. This is your problem. So now that you've expressed it, when my website is almost finished, I should now leave the guy.
Well, if I make websites and I can make it...
I don't want you to make my website. I've been asking you for 3 years. You've been knowing about this.
Let me give my 2 cents. Let me highlight some things for you guys. She paid for this service. If he felt so strongly about it, why didn't he pay for it? Why didn't he go out here? He's well connected. So why didn't he go out here and find somebody for her to work with and pay for it since he felt so strongly about it? See, these men, they want to control things without driving. Like, they want to be in the back seat and then they want to tell you how to drive. It don't work like that. If you wanted your woman if you did not want your woman to work with this man, why didn't you step up? But you want to control her. Like, come on. They want to be bosses. They want to be kings, but then they don't want to take on the full responsibility of one. You can't dictate what she does and you not paying. That don't even make sense. It don't make sense. Like, it don't. If my man did not want me to work with this man for whatever reason and he felt strongly against it, he would step up and pay for it and find me someone else to work with that he felt like could help me bring my vision to light. If it's that serious, if it bothers him that much. But how you gonna dictate something you're not even paying for? That don't even, and then you didn't even tell her why. Control issues.
Never offered once. Now that I've finally done it, you want to offer because this guy was sleeping or dating your ex, whatever the situation is. I don't care about that, babe. I won't sleep with him. So if that's your worry, leave it. It's fine. We're not gonna do that.
Do you think we can put this bit to rest now?
Please, Paul.
Do you think it should be?
We spoke in a previous session about trust scenarios, and I think you both agreed that you do trust each other. Taking that mindset on board, trusting Chioma to do the right thing, there shouldn't be an issue.
Obviously, I'm not insecure. Like, come on. Look.
You are.
At the same time, you know, with the guy, like, when there's those slimy type of guys. You know those guys, those boys. If you know, you know.
No,
and he's one of those guys. Whether he sees this or not, he knows that we know who he is. And a person like that, to be fair, you need to keep them away from your partner. Do you understand? Like, where Chioma is, where we are right now, we're trying to work on our own thing. We don't need that type of energy around us.
I don't like the fact that Christina feels like it's appropriate to message you at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. And that suggests to me that it's not a platonic.
Listen. If he feels so strongly about this slimy guy, clearly I messed this part up, y'all. I meant to take this out. But if he felt so strongly about it, then why not pay to keep him away? Like, I don't get it. He's so slimy. Put your money where your mouth is, or put your money where your concern is. Put your money where your concern is. Clearly, he ain't that concerned. Because if he was really that concerned, he would have put his money where his so-called concern was. Since he's so concerned. Dang, this is long. Okay, let me go back.
I trust Chioma. However, I feel like her
that's what men do.
Her views on certain things differ from mine, right? Okay, let me give you an example, right? So when Chioma and I first started seeing each other, you know.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You're not doing what?
We're not having
conversations.
No, because I'm so bored of this conversation, babe. What are you talking about? This is ridiculous. What are you on about? Are you literally about to narrate the whole thing to her?
It's a 1 minute story.
Let him have his voice.
This is so embarrassing. Because, anyway.
There's no need to be embarrassed.
Okay, that's fine. Go on.
So, Paul, if you would, just let us know.
I like that. There's no talking. Look, it's just me and you.
So before coming here, myself and Paul decided not to bring up certain things because, of course, we don't want to put all of our relationship issues out there. I feel like Paul's digging at something. I don't necessarily want to talk about things that we've buried. He keeps going back to,
Girl, I want to know what it is, girl. I want to know what it is.
I feel like he's hurt, of course, and he's trying to hurt me back.
Look, let me break this down, right? Okay. So we started seeing each other, butterflies, birds, whistles, bees, cool. Now at this time, right, we weren't active. However, we were pillow talking and we were dating, going out, eating and stuff. And we were basically having conversations to kind of say to each other, okay, you know what, this is what we both want. We're both on the same page. We're both on the same frequency, You know when you're in that mode and you know that this person's going to be yours. Okay? Now, it turns out that later on, I realized that during that time, she was active with someone else.
Yes.
Oh!
I was sleeping with someone else, okay?
Go ahead, girl.
Was this a boyfriend?
This was an ex. So let me explain the situation to you because he is just clearly confused. When I met Paul, I had an ex whom I was sleeping with because I wasn't prepared and ready to sleep with Paul. Okay? I think a lot of women do this. We date many people and we stay in our comfort zone until we're ready to leave.
Back.
I, for one, never stepped out on Paul. Does that make sense? When we were talking, only until we started dating exclusively did I stop sleeping with this person. So we're not even boyfriend and girlfriend. So we decided, okay, I'm going to take you serious. You're going to take me serious. Then I cut him off. But before that, yes, I was having sex. Okay.
As you should.
What's the issue? I'm never going to apologize for that because I did nothing wrong.
Okay.
You really want to take it there?
We are taking it there. It's not my fault he fell in love before I fell in love. We met and he feels like I should just drop everyone because of you. I didn't even know you.
That's not good.
What do you do when you pillow talk? You get to know people, right?
Right.
That's what you and I were doing. And when I concluded on Paul, I dropped everyone else off. I dropped this guy that we're talking about, that you're still talking about 3 years on. This is embarrassing. I thought I've never stepped out on him. I've never cheated. So why'd you keep bringing this up?
He is
and if you're using this, thinking I'm going to sleep with this, what's his name? Whoever's doing my website, then you're insulting me. As far as I'm concerned, this is an insult.
Yeah, she didn't do nothing wrong. They weren't together.
All right.
Men do it all the time. Who were you sleeping with, sir?
To take it there, so.
Tell me, Paul, this scenario that's just come up and the website, gentlemen, is this evoking those feelings of vulnerability that you felt when you found out that Chioma was sleeping with her ex?
Oh,
I never said I was vulnerable.
So why do you keep bringing it up?
No, it's a topic.
Why is it affecting you? No, it's not. It's irrelevant. No one asked you to go back there. You brought up a situation that happened when we met, not even when we started dating. When we met.
Do you really want to do this?
I'm doing it. What are you talking about?
We do.
I'm having this conversation. I'm ready to be open. I was sleeping with my ex when I met Paul. When we started dating, that situation had been locked off. So tell me where there was a mix and where I cheated on him or stepped out on him.
I'll tell you.
Please.
So, Denise, you for example, right? Let's say you meet a guy, right?
Oh my goodness.
Talking to the guy, going out for drinks, going out to eat, staying in each other's space, right? Okay. You both like each other. You're both seeing each other over a period of time, but you're not active with the person. No reason. Within that time, do you plan to be active with another person? And if you are active with another person, is that in any way beneficial to what you're trying to do?
What do you mean?
I really don't think you can put me in this equation.
Exactly.
I'm not putting you in, it's just an example.
Because the way I run my life is irrelevant to...
I know, but I'm just out of curiosity. Just think about.
Paul, babe, I didn't know you. Now we can discuss those kind. If something like that comes, you have every right to be upset. Then you were a stranger to me. Yes, you were a stranger to me. We were getting to know each other. I didn't know you. I had no loyalties to you.
I want to say this. Okay, these men are funny. They want sex before marriage, but then they don't. They want to wife a woman that didn't have sex before marriage. They don't even want to think about how she was out here with somebody else. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. If you insecure, just say that. Just say that. But then you out here running around putting your penis in somebody's woman, okay? Whether she's yours or she's not. So it's like you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. He want a woman that he don't have to wife to get the booty. Then when he get the booty, then he gonna get mad at the fact that she was giving the booty up before him. It don't make sense. If you insecure, just say that. Like, just say you insecure. Just say that. But I'm sure when you wanted to make things official, you expected sex. You expected sex. So how can you get mad at her? Y'all weren't even together. See, this that stuff I be talking about. Control freak. This is narcissism. If you want to know what narcissism is, this is what it looks like, ladies. This is what it looks like. Like, he trying to be possessive over her before he even knew her. Y'all weren't even committed. How you gonna be possessive over someone you not committed to? And even if y'all were, I can understand when we speak on sex, okay, that breaks the commitment. But like, this is just no.
Yeah.
No.
That's just what it is.
Do you think that one of you might have fallen for the other one before?
He love at first sight. This one was head over heels before I even decided to take him seriously, clearly. Because that's what it is, babe.
Okay.
How can you take me serious on the first date? What the hell?
Let's put it like this, right? I know what's happening.
Girl, this is a lot.
Basically, this is what happens, and this is what I get for being the nice guy.
What?
So just to break that down. So 8 years from now, I'm going to be 40, right? There's certain things that I'd like to have in place.
Like
There's certain things that I already have. We don't need to go into that, But things that I want to have in place. Stability, relationship-wise, marriage, kids, all the good stuff. I believe Chioma can give that to me. But at the same time, with the mentality that she has right now,
What mentality?
I don't know if that's in line
that.
with where we're actually supposed to be.
Well,
going.
that's your loss. If you don't plan on marrying me, I don't know who the hell's going to put up with you.
So I feel like, if a girl is serious about a relationship, and she wants to have a long-term partner, if she has focus in her life, she will focus on one man. If you're speaking to multiple guys, then you're not focused. If you take yourself seriously, you put all of your energy into the right place, you'd pray also, and you'd move forward. It's as simple as that.
Actually, it's a really good point that maybe at this time you should both talk about what your ultimate goals for each other or with each other are.
This is a relationship, marriage for disaster.
Marriage, children, lifelong partner.
I
How you see the future?
I suggested therapy. I know that we've got a lot of issues that we need to work on, and if we don't get help, this is going to fall apart. So, of course, I want this to last. Of course, I want to work things out with Paul. Do I love Paul? Yes. Do I feel as though he loves me? Yes, but there's a lot of work that can still be done. I see a future with him.
You need a new
but
man.
if you don't see a future with me because my mindset is off,
Of course, I see a future with him.
okay, then we have nothing to discuss then.
And we don't
Leave
need to
that.
be here then.
Leave that in the. No, we do because we have a lot of things we need to solve. But leave that situation in the past. Like I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm not apologizing to you because I did nothing wrong.
Exactly.
So leave it in the past.
Okay.
You bad.
But can I just remind everybody that
He holding that against her?
relationships are hard work. If it was easy, you wouldn't see people getting divorced. To make a relationship work takes commitment, time, thought, and energy. It just doesn't happen. There are very few relationships that are without issues. And that's because people work through the issues. And if you're both prepared to work together, then you could have a great future. But you have to try and be on the same page, at least.
Okay, well, I'm willing to do that at the end of the day. For me, it's not. It's just I just need him to hear.
Girl, you're willing
what
to
I'm
do
saying.
too much.
That's literally my issue.
Okay, that's the problem.
He doesn't listen, or he
You're
finds
willing
what
to
I'm
do too
saying.
much.
He looks at it as nonsense. I'm willing to work things out, Paul. Paul gives me headache.
Are you willing to work towards a joint goal?
I'm here.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, well, let's hope so.
Being there ain't enough,
Okay,
though.
I'm just going to suggest that we just take a 5-10 minute break, and then we'll come back in and review some of the things that we have spoken about. All right? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
This is just a sad case. This is just a sad case. So, y'all, that was the end of the episode. So I guess we have to see. Well, I guess this week they should be up. I don't know. Is there like a new episode coming out, you guys? There should be a new episode coming out. There should be a new episode, but that's it. So I guess they broke this one into 2 parts. Yeah, this was episode 5. So I guess there's a new episode that's going to come out this week sometime. This man definitely, I feel like Paul thinks he's the prize, and this is why you should never put a man on a pedestal, okay? They definitely need a real therapist because she's not helping. She's really irritating me. She's just not doing what she's supposed to do. She being too nice. Your therapist is not supposed to be nice. You're really not supposed to like your therapist. Well, I won't say you're not really supposed to like her, but it's like a thin line between love and hate type relationship. Like that's what your therapist is supposed to be. Okay, you're not really supposed to like her or him all the time. So she's just too nice for me. But I wanted to move on to this bonnet conversation because I haven't talked about it on my YouTube platform yet. There's a lot to unpack, so we just gonna get right into it. Let me pull up some information here first so we can get started. When we speak on this bonnet situation, first of all, black women were bullying me on my community tab because they said I needed to pick a side. Okay. I don't have to pick a side. I don't. I understand the pro bonnet wearers and I understand the women that don't want to wear the bonnets outside. Okay. For two reasons. Okay. The pro bonnet wearers, they don't want to conform to white standards. And then the non-pro bonnet wearers, they want more for themselves. So they feel like they feel like if they meet certain standards that society requires, it will offer them privileges and benefits. And it will. Like, if you present yourself a certain way in society, it could definitely offer you certain privileges and benefits within society. But see, the key point, okay, in this entire conversation, and I laugh at black men who make fun of black women who wear bonnets in public because they're enforcing the white standard instead of them coming up with a plan to not be conquered anymore as black men. You know what they do? They make fun of us for wearing bonnets at the airport. Now I have to ask you guys this question. Do you think if we were not under the white system, white supremacy, okay, this bonnet conversation would even be a conversation? Like, really sit here and think about it. If we as black folks had our own system, lived under our own system, lived among ourselves, do you really think we would be online debating about bonnets being in the airport? I just want somebody to answer that for me. Do you really think we would be debating this if we lived under our own system? Don't think in Africa they're not trying to live up to white standards. Listen, blackness is hated all over the world. It's just not in here in the U.S. Okay, it's not here just in the U.S. Black people are hated all over the world. So in Africa they're trying to live up to white standards too. Okay, so the answer is no. We would not be having this conversation. Okay. But because our men are conquered, which means we are conquered because that is the dynamic of society. Okay. Men come first, then women. And we are only as strong as our men, unfortunately, which means when we speak on us as black women, we not that strong. We just not, as far as when we compare ourselves to how other women are placed within society. Correct? So when we speak on this conversation, thank you, Tam. Thank you for the $5, sis. when we have this conversation, if we weren't conquered, okay, and to the black men, you're conquered, so that makes us conquered. Because of that, I'm not for the bonnets in public. And the reason is because we live under a white system. And with the bonnets, you're stereotyped. And I feel like black women deserve the best treatment. And I just don't feel like you're gonna get the best treatment with a bonnet on in public. That's just facts. Okay. In Africa, black women do wear bonnets outside, but are they stereotyped? I don't feel like bonnets are cute either, but that's just my personal opinion. But when it comes down to it, my opinion don't matter. The reality of the situation is this. We live under a white system. Our men are not trying to change anything about it. So for you to win as a black woman under a white system where our men are not trying to do anything about it. And when I say our, I'm not saying our like they own us, but unfortunately, we are only as strong as our men. So because of that very reason, wearing a bonnet out in public is just not beneficial to you under a white system. It's not. And if you don't get anything out of this video, I just want black women to understand that every time you step out your home, you are competing. You're competing. You're competing. Whether you want to compete or not, you're competing. What are you competing for? To be seen as high honor. You know who you're going up against? White women, non-black women. You're going up against them to be seen as high honor. So when you leave the house, it matters. Okay? And because we live under a white system that our men are not trying to do anything about, you can only focus on what you can control, and that's how you leave the house. That's just the reality. Do I agree? Nah, I don't. I would have took the Malcolm X approach, and we would have had our own system to live under, and I doubt we would even be having this debate. If we lived under our own system, I really don't think we would be debating about bonnets or not. But because we live under a white system, image is very important. It is. It's very important. But also, I want to take it a step further beyond slavery for us here in America, Afro-Americans. Let me talk to y'all for a sec. Before slavery, your attire mattered. When you wore certain things, you were placed in a certain class. Okay. You had the royals, then you had like the people that fell under them. So you knew who a royal was and you knew who wasn't based off of what they wore. So when we have this conversation, okay, the same thing applies. It does. The same thing applies. You don't have to involve white people and white standards. But understand, when you wear a bonnet outside, you are placed in a certain class. Whether you agree with that class or not, whether you agree with being placed in that class or not, understand it's being placed on you and you have no control over that. So even before slavery, please understand your attire mattered because it was symbolic of your class. So if you feel some type of way about the bonnet situation, you got to understand your image has always mattered, even before white standards, even before we became slaves. What you wore, it mattered. Okay? So if you want to be seen as royal, okay, within society, dress like it. Because you get treated like it. Just like our ancestors did before slavery. Yes, royals, dukes, landlords, merchants, and ordinary people than black people. Yes. So like let's not even pretend this wasn't a thing and this is just white standards. It's really not. Like, this has been around for centuries. So if you don't want to be seen as lower class, don't dress like it. Don't dress like it. And wearing your pajamas outside, you're dressing like lower class. And that is just the reality. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not about to bully Black women into not wearing a bonnet outside. I'm just not about to do it. I want to be treated as higher class, so I'm going to dress as such. If you don't care, you don't care. But I'm telling you what it is. We're speaking on facts, not feelings and not emotions. We're speaking on facts. And the facts are, when you wear sleepwear outside, you are treated as lower class. And you don't deserve to be treated as lower class. You don't even deserve to be seen as lower class. So why dress like it? You have to ask yourself that. I don't make up the rules, so don't try to make it seem like Yoni is sitting up here making up some rules. Listen, the rules were here before I was born. The rules were here before slavery. The rules have been here. So either you want to abide by them and reap the benefits and the privileges, or you don't. It's up to you. It's not up to me. And I'm not about to bully Black women into not wearing a bonnet outside. That ain't my business. I'm here to compete. I am here to compete. I'm a competitor. Every time I leave the house, I know what I'm up against. I'm a Black woman. So I compete when I leave the home. I can't sit up here and require Black men to compete, to build, to do this, and then I leave the house not competing. That don't make sense to me. And unfortunately, when it comes to this conversation, when we speak on women, your beauty is your capital. Your beauty is how you compete. Okay? No one's saying you have to have European features. You have to have a silky hair texture. No one is saying you got to do all of that. But sleepwear, that's something you have complete control over. You can't change your skin color. You can't change your hair texture. I mean, you could change your hair texture. But I'm saying you don't have to, though. You don't have to. You don't have to. So if I see a Black woman out in public wearing a bonnet, I'm not going to judge her. I'm not. If I see a Black woman out in public, I'm not going to stereotype her to be ghetto. If I see, because why? Why am I not stereotyping her to be ghetto? Because I don't want to be stereotyped as such. I don't want to be stereotyped the same way white people stereotype me. I'm not about to go out here and stereotype my own people in a way that white people would stereotype me. So I'm not doing that. I'm letting you know what the facts are, because these are the facts. You do what you want at the end of the day. But I'm competing. And I want Black women to understand that when we speak on competing, you're competing for high honor. You're competing to be seen as high honor. It ain't about these men, okay? It's about treatment. It is about treatment, and it's about being seen in a high light, okay? Because you are worthy of that, but you got to see that you are worthy of that. So when we speak on this conversation, please understand what it is. This don't got nothing to do with me. And if you don't feel like you're competing, to the Black women that feel like they're not competing for high honor, okay, you are. These non-Black women, they copy every little thing we do. Okay, they got the lip injections, they got the cheek fillers, they getting their butt injected. Eventually, I'm convinced they are going to start getting their thighs injected. They gonna start injecting their thighs, girl. It's coming. It's coming. How much you want to bet? Y'all tag me when it start happening. So Black women, whether you believe it or not, you're competing. Non-Black women are competing with you. Are you showing up? Are you showing up? Are you showing up? Because these other women are definitely competing with you. Every time they go get a lip injection, they competing with you. Every time they go get these little cheek fillers, they're competing with you. Every time they go get that BBL, they competing with you. Are you competing back? Or are you making it easy on them? Are you making it easy on them? Because when you wear sleepwear outside, you're making it easy. You're making it easy, girl. I'm not saying you got to go to the airport dressed to a nine. I'm not doing that. I don't even wear makeup in the airport. I don't. But I do got on some nice athletic wear. I'm comfortable. I got on some nice sneakers. My hair, it just depends. Majority of the time that I travel, I always got braids or something like that. So, you know, I don't wear makeup to the airport. I don't do that because especially now with the mask, girl, you will not catch me on no flight for no 3, 4, or 5 hours with a mask on with makeup on. It is just not happening. But I do present myself in a way where I compete and I wear athletic wear. That's it. No one's saying you gotta wear a gown, wear a suit. No one is saying that. No one is saying you gotta wear a wig, lashes, or makeup. But present yourself, compete. Just compete. Because these other women, they are definitely competing with you. They are definitely competing with you with every lip injection, every cheek filler, with every butt injection, booty enhancement, girl. I don't know, but they definitely competing with you. Are you showing up? Because really, all you gotta do is show up, girl. You already got the features, okay? You already got the body. Are you showing up? That's all you gotta do is show up. That's it, okay? That is it. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is show up. Black women. Listen, I'm competing, honey. And again, to the women that don't understand, you are competing to be seen in high honor. Okay? You came from satin and silk before slavery. So if you want to be seen as royal, dress like it. No one is saying you gotta wear a gown. No one is saying you gotta wear a suit to the airport. I understand if you're running to your corner store and you got your bonnet on, you run into your corner store. That's understandable. Even the women, okay, even the women that want to wear their bonnet to the gym, you're wearing it to the gym. You're protecting your natural hair. I can get with that. But the airport, you know, just understand what you're going up against when you wear it at the airport. Okay? Just understand what you're up against. Me personally, Yoni is not going to judge you. Yoni is not going to stereotype you. Yoni is not going to do any of those things. But let's speak on the facts when we have this conversation. Let's speak on the facts. The facts are you're not competing when you wear your sleepwear to the airport. And these women, I mean, I've seen some of these women, I'm like, really, heels and all that? I could never. But I'm not wearing my sleepwear though. Male sensitivity, thank you so much for the $5. Did a black man tell you that you should not wear a bonnet in public? No, they're making fun of us though. And to the black men that think it's a joke to make fun of black women in public for wearing bonnets, please understand that this would not be an issue if we weren't conquered. Yes. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. No one would be making fun of us for protecting our hair in an airport if you guys would step up and get us from underneath this system, because it ain't our job to do it. It's y'all's. And y'all won't step up. Y'all won't. Y'all too busy going off into the white man's community, living up under him. And then y'all see us at the airport and make fun of us for being black. Excuse me for having a kinkier hair texture that includes, or me protecting my hair. So it's just, come on. So when y'all out here blasting us with these bonnets, please understand it's a reflection of your community too, okay? We're conquered. We live in a white standard society. We live under a white system. So yeah, it's foreign. I also want to make this point, okay? Muslim women can wear their head garments in the airport. Are they stereotyped? Of course, but they still wear them though. They still wear them, and nobody is taking photos of them in the airport unless they're seen as racist. So why do we take pictures of our own people and stereotype them and take photos of them? When we do stuff like this, do you think the brand Nike would make head garments, bonnets for us as black folks? No. They made them for Muslim women. But do you think they're going to make it for us? No, it's definitely a comparison. It's definitely a comparison. It definitely is. People are like, oh, this is not the same. It is. Because bonnets could be seen as cultural. Bonnets could be seen as tradition. Bonnets could really be. Do you really think if they can make workout head garments for Muslims, you don't think that they can make bonnet head wraps for us in public? Of course, you go to the beauty supply store and you get a bonnet that's made for sleeping, but you don't think that they can make a bonnet for us to wear out in public to go to places like the airport? You really don't think that? You really don't think that they can make a public bonnet for us to wear? See, this is the whitewashing that I be talking about. This is the whitewashing that I be talking about. This is the whitewashing that I be talking about. You don't think that they can make fashionable head bonnets? Thank you. They can if they really wanted to. They can make fashionable head bonnets. But white folks got y'all thinking that they can't. They can. They can. They can. And black people can make a profit off of it. But instead, y'all want to make fun of us. You can make a profit off of it. They can make fashionable bonnets that they can wear out in public. They could. And we can make it trend. They could. Y'all did it with do-rags. There's a black woman that has a do-rag brand. And I think they're velvet texture. Those are do-rags that could be worn out in public. She made it fashion. So y'all saying bonnets cannot be made the same way. That's that whitewashing that I be talking about, though. That's that whitewashing the white man has convinced you that you cannot make a bonnet that was made for your head to protect your hair fashionable. Okay, that's fine. I don't think like that, though. The white man don't run me, though. So, as a black man myself, I'm very confused as to how we got blamed for this one. No one would be making a mockery out of your women, okay, if we didn't live under a white standard, and that's just facts. So we live under a white system. We're conquered. So we have to meet certain standards of society. It is what it is. I definitely feel like bonnets can be seen as fashionable. Listen, black folks make everything pop. So y'all can play that. Y'all can play with your mama with that one. But black people make everything pop. Black people make everything trend. Stop it. Like, if you really think that, then the white man really got you confused and brainwashed. Okay, and then it's the audacity of girl. How much you want to bet if a white woman decided today that she wanted to make bonnets fashionable, like Kim Kardashian, everybody and their mama would be out here buying bonnets. Stop it. This is why I feel mixedly about it. This is why I understand the pro bonnet wearers in public, and then I understand the non-pro bonnet wearers in public. You're trying to whitewash yourself. Accept yourself for who you are. But if black women, if there's a black woman out here that wanted to create a bonnet that was fashionable, that could be worn outside the home, I don't see anything wrong with that. So do you hate who you are? Or do you hate the fact that it's seen as sleepwear? Which is it? Which is it? Which is it? That's why I be like, it's the conforming to white standards that I don't like, and that's why when it comes to some of these girls that want to wear it out the house, you know, I don't know what woman out here, what black woman out here, wants to make this happen, but clearly there is a profit here, and the profit is this. Okay, they want to complain about us wearing bonnets in public because it's seen as sleepwear. Make bonnets that are fashionable. Make bonnets that can be seen outside the home. That is a profit. Because I feel like people hate their own. They hate their own. It's almost like it's self-hatred. It's self-hatred. That's what I'm getting. So there could be bonnets out here that are fashionable. You can make it fashion. Renee, thank you so much for the $4.99. She said head covering is a cultural thing, no matter the type of head covering. Only if people knew that head covering is spiritual protection. Ooh. No, they, like I said, you think white people believe anything of spirituality? No, they don't. They want us to believe in white Jesus. That's what they want us to believe in. They don't want us to have any tie to any originality of our traditions or spirituality of any form. So no, they don't. That's why I'm like, this is where I draw the line. Like I said, you hate who you are. If this bonnet is labeled sleepwear, okay, don't wear that outside. But if we made a bonnet that was made for outside, that was seen as fashionable by us as black folks, right? A white man didn't have to come in. A Kim Kardashian don't have to come in and make it trend, right? Would you still look at it in that light? Would you still look at it negatively? Tammy Roman did, but I still think they are tacky, my opinion. Thank you for the $5, Brown Goddess. Thank you so much. Oh, it exists. Okay, so like I said, I feel like people just, I don't know. If you listen, there's some things that I feel are tacky. There are some things that I feel that are not. But I do feel like if everyone keeps saying it's sleepwear, okay, what if they made bonnets that were not sleepwear? Would y'all still have an issue with it? You know why? This is my thoughts. These are my thoughts. I think the reason why black folks have an issue with it is because the bonnets, okay, they imitate the mammy stereotype. That's why I feel like black people don't like it. It's because it imitates the mammy stereotype. I have to ask you guys, if the mammy stereotype didn't exist, or if the mammy stereotype didn't wear a bonnet, would you care? This is a legitimate question. When I started to get heavy into my ancestry research, I started to question a lot of my views, and this is one of them. If the mammy stereotype didn't wear a bonnet, would you care? No, you wouldn't care. you wouldn't care. The only reason why, and the reason why I say that is because the only reason why no one is attacking do-rags is because the only type of stereotype that's attached to a do-rag is thug, and thug is seen to be cool, but a mammy is not seen to be flattering, sexy, or anything. That's why I'm bringing it up. So it's not about giving nobody credit. It's just facts. It's facts. That's the only reason why do-rags are not being attacked. That's why bonnets are being attacked, because of the mammy stereotype. Do-rags are not being attacked because being a thug is seen as cool. So y'all do what y'all want with this information. Like I said, I don't plan on wearing a bonnet outside my house ever. Okay, ever. I don't plan on wearing a bonnet outside the house ever. I also understand that some women, y'all be going through things. So sometimes you don't put a lot of effort into your look. And I understand women who are depressed, women who are emotionally going through things. I understand, and I empathize with you guys. And because I can't tell if you're going through something, if you're sick, maybe you got cancer or something like that, I'm never going to judge a black woman for wearing a bonnet outside in public. It's not my business. It's not my concern. I know how the game is being played. Wearing a bonnet out in public does not benefit me, and it does not put me in a position to compete. So because of that, I personally will not be wearing a bonnet outside. If you want to, that's on you. I'm not going to judge you for it, though. And I feel like black people, stop stereotyping your own people. You look ridiculous. Stop stereotyping people to be ghetto or to be this or to be that. Stop doing that. You're doing the same thing that white people do to you, and it don't make no sense. So when I see a black woman out with a bonnet on, I'm minding my business. I'm not taking photos of them and tweeting about it and humiliating them to the world. I'm not doing it. So do what you want to do. That's all I got to say. But I do want black women to understand, take pride in your image when you leave the home. Why? Because you want to be seen in high honor. You want to be seen in high honor. Because why? You're treated as high honor. And you deserve that. So take pride in your appearance when you leave the home. Take pride in it. Because it does matter. It matters. It matters. But if you choose to leave your home with your bonnet on, Yoni is not going to judge you for it. I'm going to mind my business. But I want you guys to know what it is. And this is what it is. When you leave the home, you want to be seen as high honor. You are competing with non-black women to be seen in high honor. You are. Whether you wanted to compete or not, just know you are competing, unfortunately. And you don't have no control over that. And why are women competing for high honor when they leave the home? You get treated exceptionally well, girl. Okay, I seen a difference when I used to wear jeans all the time, but now I wear dresses. Girl, they lay out the red carpet. I'll never forget. Was that like last month? Yeah, last month I had a Nigerian man buy my groceries, girl. Okay, I had crab legs, I had wine, I had butter. Girl, I had spent almost $100. He bought my groceries, all because I had on a cute dress. So you do what you want with this information, okay? But I don't want you guys I don't want you guys to feel like you have to live up to white standards either. Like there's a thin line. So know who you are, but also play the white man's game. And the white man's game is this. When you leave the house, you are competing for high honor so that you could be treated as such. You don't got to like it. You don't got to agree with it. But just understand, unknowingly, that is what's happening. Renee, thank you for the $4.99. Blacks will make and set trends, then the non-blacks profit off of us, but blacks will only accept certain things depending on society of non-blacks. Facts. So yeah, I definitely get cute for the grocery store, girl. There could be a man waiting there for you to pay. Like, y'all, the grocery store has been so nice to me every time I look cute. Okay, I done got discount on crab legs. I done got my groceries paid for. Play with yourself if you want to. Don't sleep on yourself, sis. You may just get some type of treatment you ain't never got before. I don't know how many times I've gone to the grocery store and men have either bought my stuff, or they just super nice. I don't know what it is. So yeah, you're missing out on that treatment though. This is what I want you guys to understand. You're missing out on that treatment and you deserve that type of treatment. Yoni shouldn't be the only one out here enjoying that type of treatment. Okay? Because he bought my groceries that were like $100. Girl, I went and got my nails done. I sure did. I went and got my nails done. I got my nails done, my feet done. I got a wax. Okay? You deserve that. So it's not about like it's just there's just so much to talk about when it comes to this conversation. I feel like these are the type of conversations we got to have on Patreon, because I don't want people all up in my business. But I'm saying you deserve to be treated like that, to where you don't got to spend your own money. I had an extra $100 in my pocket, so do what you want. But I'm telling you what the game is. I'm telling you, it's very shallow, by the way. It's very shallow. If you were wondering, it's very shallow. Gas stations, girl, I go in there looking toe up because I don't want nobody harassing me. I pick and choose my environments. And that's what I was saying earlier in this live. Wearing a bonnet to the gym, girl, that makes sense. Wearing a bonnet, running to your corner store, okay, so in your bonnet, so you don't have men harassing you, sexually harassing you, that makes sense. Okay? Because whenever I go to the corner store, I got my straight backs, girl. Straight backs. Okay, I'm thugging it. I don't want nobody bothering me, talking to me, looking at me, cat calling me. Don't bother me. I'm in a whole totally different type of energy when I'm going to the gas station because I don't want nobody bothering me. So please play the game and know how it's being played. Okay, gas station, thugging it. Thugging it. Grocery store, we cute. Okay, we cute with it. The bank, oh, we really cute at the bank. Oh, we are really cute at the bank. The airport, we cute. Why? Because we're competing. Okay, for high honor and to be treated as such. So then maybe you don't got to push your luggage through the airport. You can have somebody else do it. You're missing out on that type of privilege. You got to know what environment is suitable for a certain image or appearances and play the game to win because you deserve to win. This is about you. This ain't about these men. This is about you. This ain't about nobody but you, sis. So, yeah. That's all that I sure do get dressed up for the bank. I sure do. Y'all want to be like, well, where do you meet men, Yoni? The best way to meet men is in your everyday life, doing everyday things like the bank, the grocery store, errands, post office, shopping. Okay, girl, it's your holy grail. But I definitely get cute for the bank. You don't go to the bank toe up. Okay, we don't do the straight backs at the bank. Okay, we don't do that. I wouldn't wear a bonnet at a bank. I wouldn't wear a bonnet at a bank. Oh, girl, you could bump into somebody. Girl, you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. You don't want to miss out on that opportunity when it comes to the bank, okay? And you need to be going to particular locations when you go to the bank, okay? You don't go to just, if you don't live in the best neighborhood, don't go to your around the corner bank. Go to the bank in the nice neighborhood and get cute. Okay, these are the privileges of being a woman. I know your mama ain't gonna tell you, because she was told to settle down with the first man that gave her 5 minutes in a little attention. But when it comes to me, I'm telling you that, okay, don't go to your bank if you don't live in the best neighborhood. Don't go to the bank around the corner. Go to the bank in a nicer neighborhood, get cute, and be seen. Okay, that's what I would do. And I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger. I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger. I wish. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's night. Hopefully you guys took something away. Like I said, if you don't have to agree with me, I'm just telling y'all what it is from experience. Like I said, I don't see anything wrong with wearing a bonnet at a gym. Okay, you're working out. Nobody's trying to look cute in a gym, period. I don't wear wigs, lace fronts. I don't wear none of that. None of that. But certain environments, you get certain treatments. And if you want to get treated with, high honor, unfortunately, that's the society that we live in. It's shallow. Show up so you can get that treatment. Okay. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. And I do have a special video. I don't know if I'm going to post it tomorrow or the day after, but just know a video is coming. Okay. I'm saving this, you guys. So I'm going to keep this up. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Bye, guys.